Nisa Nashim, which is a Jewish Muslim women's network. So we do a lot of interfaith work here. And these lovely people who are along with that,
Do be careful.
She wants to know she's behind the scenes. You can write She wants
from Nisa Nashim, which is a Jewish Muslim women's network. So we do a lot of interfaith work here. And these lovely people who are along with that,
Do be careful.
She wants to know she's behind the scenes. You can write
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to smoke 2/3 of you, man. A lot of you are going to be Israelite women. Okay? First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem. Rachak double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the men of the Lord that are prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom barakathum. Just came across this video, man. It's disgusting, man. You have the one of the most evil people in the world just parading through. The man that conquered you took your name, your birthright, your identity. Then he continuously denigrated you. All right. He gaslit you for years, making you think that you in the position of a woman are actually greater than your man. But when you look at how he lives, he's a king. No one's greater than him in his kingdom. And just to see the level of disrespect, man. The level of disrespect. Look at how, now you know how this woman talks to her husband at home, or how she talks to her brothers or whoever, even her own father. All right. And now she's treating these people, which he is a king, but you can see the difference. All right. And how backwards our minds are, man. There's no balm. There's no ointment or solution for this type of psychopathy, man. Because you got to be a psycho to have this kind of mindset towards your enemy like that, man. The scriptures say in Isaiah, the whole head is sick, man. All right. And who do you think has been raising this generation of kids, man? The past 2 generations. This is disgusting, man. Honestly. Disgusting. Lamentations chapter 4. I start at verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than eagles of the heaven. I'll start at 18, actually. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. All right. Whose policies are responsible for us looking over our shoulder all the damn time? All right. It says our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come, man. All right. And we were like that, man. We were full of truth. It didn't feel like there was any way out, man. Like we were just basically going to die here in this bullshit. All right. Verse 19, it says our persecutors are swifter than eagles of the heaven. All right. So this is a marker. This is a clue. All right. The animal comparisons can be a clue of what nations are being talked about, man. When you hear about sheep, you can almost bet it's talking about Israel, man. All right. When you hear about the eagle, you almost can bet it's talking about Esau. All right. And there are other animals too that mean different things, but we know that how this guy came in, man. All right. It says they pursued us upon mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness, man. How did they get all of America? How did they take down Gad, man? Guerrilla warfare tactics. All right. Diplomacy, gaslighting, and ultimately pitting tribes against each other. But they pursued us all the way to California, man. All right. And the crown didn't stop there. The British crown went all over the world, man. They took all over the British Isles, all right, the Caribbean. That's why so many Benjamites are over there in the UK. All right. The Canary Islands, South Africa, Australia, Hong Kong, Shanghai, various parts of South America. All right. And we know that the English, the Americans came from the British. Okay. Which basically colonized America. But the main point, verse 20 is here. It says, the breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord Jehovah, was taken in their pits. All right. Meaning we got grabbed up, man. We went into a period of darkness. It says 3 days. We were in darkness for 3.5 days, roughly paraphrasing. You read Revelation. It says, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. So you're happy not only just being in someone else's shadow, but the shadow of somebody that conquered you, that castigated you, that denigrated you, all right, that mocked you, that had you exploited by all other nations that made him richer, that took your name, that took your identity, that beat you, raped, tortured us, all right? How did they invent gynecology, man? How did they come up with that science? You see? But look at the treatment that this guy gets. Salakia.
From Nisan Hashem, which is a Jewish Muslim women's network. So we do a lot of in-spec work here. And these lovely people who are along with that,
Do be careful.
She wants to know she should sign it.
Here, this is the basis of men. The basis of men. And our women are acting like he's a god, man. Ridiculous. In 2022, you don't understand all of the wickedness that's been done at this guy's hand. Nobody else in the room is doing it. This Edomite bitch ain't doing it. But our people, man. Isaiah 36:6, it says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of his broken reed on Egypt. All right, because this guy's kingdom is basically broken, man. Europe is on fire, man. All right, Europe is about to go belly up, so to speak. Their economy's in ruins. All right, they're having an energy crisis. There's all this different infighting. All right, they got Russia to worry about on the east. All right. Runaway inflation. They had their shortest tenure of a prime minister ever recently. When that woman stepped down earlier this year. I think she was prime minister for like 51 days or something like that. And had to step down because the economic situation was so bad, man. You can't see how this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He makes it seem like he does because he comes up with technology and things of that nature, but he doesn't know how to run a society. Even if he has the knowledge, he can't. It's not in him to do it. He can't. He's wicked. All right. It says, whereon if a man lean, let me start again. Lo, thou hast trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. All right. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. All right. We tell you not to be overly invested in 401k. Now, if you got a 401k and you've been contributing to it for a while, we're not shaming you on that, but you in that spirit of, I'm gonna build, I'm gonna invest in crypto, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We tell you all of these things are snares, man. What happened to crypto, man? Took everybody's money. All right. You try to do things by this guy's rule book, and then you find out he's not even obeying his own rule book. And then you try to do what he do. Your ass gets locked up, you know. You see, this place is not designed for you to win, man. It's not. This is why we tell you not to trust in it. All right. And this woman here has more than trust in this guy, man. There's going to be Israelite women like this, man. This is why we cannot trust our own women. There's going to come a day when that hour of temptation is presented, man. You're not going to be able to trust people in your own family. Okay? Because there's going to be reprobates like this. All right? Completely gone in their mind. And they're going to come against us. Their own people. Let me go down. Let me see. I thought I was in the right. Exodus 21. It's 21 and 5, not 5 and 21. Okay. This is Exodus 21. I'll start at 1. It says, now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. All right. This is the law of slavery, basically. All right. The law of captivity. And it's nowhere near what Esau did for 400, 500 plus years. All right. So people like to conflate that term slavery with in the Bible versus what Esau did. No, we were not feeding people babies to alligators. We were not taking their women in front of them. We're not popping grown men and doing whatever to little kids. None of that was going on, and none of that is in the law. Okay. But verse 2, it says, if thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. All right. So that's in the law. When someone is indebted to you, all right, or you buy somebody, you hire labor, all right, you can't work him more than 6 years straight. All right, but there's other rules, right? And what did Esau do? He took us. He didn't buy us at all. He stole us, which automatically is a sin worthy unto death. If you steal a man, that's capital punishment. All right. But anyway, verse 3, it says, if he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. All right. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him, meaning you can't take his wife. All right. If he got married during the time that he was serving under you. His wife doesn't belong to you. But did Esau rule that way? No. He took our women whenever he felt like it. All right. And Keisha, she never got over that. She still looks at this guy as a god, man. All right. It says if his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. All right. Now, in the case that you give your servant a wife, all right, that wife was already your servant, basically. Okay. And so her 6 years, all right, is gonna be is not gonna be coupled with your 6 years. Meaning, if you started at year one, all right, and you didn't get a wife until year three, well, both of y'all have to work 6 years. So it may be 3 years later before she can be let go, all right, with her children. You see, that's how that worked. If the master gave it to you, but if you had a wife coming in, all right, then there's no say so over your wife, you know. And he shall go out by himself. All right, it says verse 5, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Meaning his 6 years are up, but he still got 3 years left for his wife. He wants to stay and work to be with his family. All right, that's allowed. But you have to realize who our master is in this place, man. The devil, all right? And he didn't, nothing that he did when he took us is on the up and up. And Jake is fascinated by this guy, man. You know? Puts him on this pedestal. This guy is touching his own kids. And look at how he look at him, man. But it says, then the master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. All right? And this is what Jake is going to do, man. This is called an awl, which is basically a symbol of servitude for somebody forever, man. And that's what's getting ready to come up, the digital awl. All right? In this captivity that we've been in, our women, man, they're gonna opt to say, I love my master. This is you just gotta go, man. Now you see why there's a 2/3 that just can't be, the Lord is just not gonna deliver. All right. The last precept, Isaiah 30, obviously, verse 1, it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Jehovah, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Because that's all that's in this society is sin, man. Sin is glorified. Righteousness is condemned in this place. And you want to stay and prop up the devil, all right, and ignore the ways that you are commanded to live. So what's going to happen to you, man? Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, that have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And don't understand what's happening to this guy on a global level. This guy's being confounded. His kingdom's being ripped from underneath him. All right. And ultimately he's going to be destroyed, and he's going to be the one. He's going to be the one in the fields working, man. Hardcore slavery. The scriptures say pay back double. Render unto her double. All right. Now just imagine all the hell we went through over the last 500 years. So Esau's going to serve 1,000, man. And it's going to be twice as bad. All right. But we're not going to go off and break the law and do things that he did to us. No. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right. So this woman is ultimately going to be found out to be confounded and shamed. If that's even possible nowadays, because these nigga women don't even have the ability to feel shame, man. All right. You got Glorilla talking about she got doo-doo stains, so she wear dark colored underwear, man. Come on, man. And that's an idol in this society, man. That's a role model in this society. You got to question whether or not Keisha can even experience shame, brothers. All right. They're not with us. All right. We're on our own in this thing. All right. And you know what? It's better that way. All All right. That way we can focus on working out our own salvation, because although most women may not make this gesture physically, that's how their mind is made. Their mind, they think like this. Now she just happens to express it. And of course, Esau captures it on the news and puts it out everywhere. See, they bow to us. Why don't you bow? You know? But that's it on that, man. That's all I can really stomach on this matter. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak Wadash, Wa Abba, Babal, and Shalom.